Good day, sir. Good day, everyone. So, I am the first presenter. So, the question is, what is your opinion on the government's approach and strategies in addressing the drug issues in the country? Provide specific instances that exemplify the government's significant achievements in combating drug-related issues throughout history. So, the government's approach to addressing drug issues in the Philippines, particularly under President Rodrigo Duterte, has been highly controversial and polarizing because we all know that only President Rodrigo Duterte, or alias Tatay Diggs, had combat the illegal drugs in the country. He is the only one president that lessen or weaken the ongoing drug trafficking sa Pilipinas. The strategy known as the War on Drugs, even sa iyang pagpangampanya, this is the main platform, mo niya platform, is to eliminate drug abuse, using, selling, or other forms of drugs activities. It focused on an aggressive and often violent crackdown on drug-related crimes, primarily targeting small-time users and pushers. Bisag tong mga gagmayng sindikato sa drugs, even tong mga small users lang or small pushers na namaligya, walay takas sa war on drugs ni Digong. While it was framed as a campaign to rid the country of drug-related crime, the methods and consequences have sparked widespread debate both locally and internationally. So, the severe penalties, including the extrajudicial killings of suspected drug offenders, were seen as a strong deterrent. Yes, kaning extrajudicial killings jud is the most controversial method on war on drug campaign ni Tata Digong. Mao jud ni ang pinaka-effective na way maong na-lessen jud ang drug trafficking that time sa Duterte administration. The brutal approach sent a message that drug involvement would not be tolerated, which may have influenced some potential offenders to avoid engaging in the drug trade. So, tungod ani extrajudicial killings, nag-serve as a deterrent for those person nga mag-engage og drug activity or para ma-weaken ang vulnerability sa mga tao na mukumit og drug-related activities. As much, this instance, War on Drug campaign is the most regarded significant achievements on combating the drug-related issues throughout the history. Mao jud ni ang nakapugsa sa droga sa Pilipinas nga nagpasamot og kapobre og kabati sa tong nasod, no? Even nga wala man jud siya nawala tanan or na incarcerate sa prisuhan ang tanang violators aning balaura, pero at least nigamay jud ang kaso sa droga aning panahona. However, pero human rights violation diri nagsugod pud siya tanan. The most significant and sustained criticism of the government's drug war was the high number of deaths, including extrajudicial killings. That's why nga, grabe ka controversial ani because sa extrajudicial killings. Naigo na sad ang atong human rights sa tao kay kaniman gong extrajudicial killing is deliberately killing man gud ni sa tao without lawful authority granted by a judicial proceeding. Wala na siya na mao kay daghan kaayo gipang patay nga wa giagi og due process because kita tanan man gud according sa constitution, we have the right of due process or trial, diba? So nya nahitabo ani wa na may dakop-dakop dito naman patay sa mga drug violators good. So organizations na estimate thousands of individuals were killed in police operations and vigilant style executions, often without proper due process. So this led to international condemnation from bodies such as the United Nations and ICC or International Criminal Court. raising concerns about human rights abuses, wrongful executions, and a lack of accountability for state forces. Pati international court na abot na rin sa ilaha kay inhumane na manggod kaayo. Since Duterte's presidency ended in 2022, there has been some indication of a shift in strategy under President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., with calls for a more balanced approach that prioritizes rehabilitation and public health. The success of these potential changes would depend on how well they address the root causes of drug dependency and crime without repeating the heavy-handed tactics of the past. So, there is administration ni President Bongbong Marcos, he prioritizes drug prevention. Unlike kaya Tatay Digong, which is suppression na dyan siya. He focuses on rehabilitation and public health or other form of activities nga makapalayo sa mga kabatan-unan aning droga. So, ang success ani iyang method po is magdepende ra jud sa pag-address sa root causes aning drugs. No? Magdepende ra jud if effective ba ni iyang strategy. Murag na balance man sad ang pag-maintain sa prevention on drug issues in this current administration. Although naaman Japon ang drugs jud, pero di na jud kaayo siya laman sa balita. So that concluded my topic, and now I will give the floor to Mr. Bautista.
Good day everyone, my name is Ijan Bautista. So we will be going to discuss what is the best way to address the nation's drug problems. Addressing the drug problem in the Philippines requires a multifaceted approach that balances law enforcement, public health, and social development. Given the complexity of drug issues, focusing solely on punitive measures, as in the past, often leads to human rights abuses and does not address the root causes of drug abuse. So the following is to address the root causes, which are the poverty, unemployment, and social inequality. Second is the job creation and livelihood programs. Third is education and awareness. Fourth is to improve law enforcement with a focus on high-level traffickers. Fifth is to strengthen anti-corruption measures. And lastly, increase coordination. First is the poverty, unemployment, and social inequality. Drug abuse often thrives in environments of poverty and marginalization. By addressing the socio-economic conditions that push people into drug use or drug trade, the government can reduce the demand for illegal substances. The second one is the job creation and livelihood programs. Expanding the economic opportunities, particularly in impoverished communities, can deter individuals from engaging in drug-related activities. Job creation and access to skills training can be crucial in preventing drug dependency and trafficking. Third is the education and awareness. Strengthening the education on the dangers of drug use, starting from elementary and secondary schools, can prevent future generations from falling into addiction. Community awareness campaigns can also help destigmatize addiction and encourage treatment-seeking behavior. Next is to improve law enforcement with a focus on high-level traffickers. While law enforcement remains necessary to combat the illegal drug trade, the approach must change. Instead of targeting low-level users or street pushers, law enforcement should focus on dismantling the large-scale operations of drug lords, corrupt officials, and organized crime networks. Next is to strengthen anti-corruption measures. Corruption within law enforcement agencies has often allowed drug operations to continue despite public crackdowns. Anti-corruption measures within the police, judiciary, and customs should be a priority, ensuring that the law applies to all levels of society. Lastly is increased coordination. Strengthening collaboration between local, regional, and international law enforcement to combat drug smuggling and the drug flow of illegal substances across borders. Cooperation with neighboring countries and international bodies can help dismantle larger drug syndicates operating across regions.
So what specific areas require attention to address these
persistent problem. Community-based prevention and rehabilitation. The drug prevention program. Implement more comprehensive drug education programs is in school and communities to reduce drug demand by raising awareness of its dangers. Law enforcement reform, strengthening anti-drug operations, improve the quality and accountability of anti-drug operations to reduce extrajudicial killings and human rights abuses which have mirrored previous campaign. Enhance training, equip police and other enforcement agencies with proper training and handle drug-related cases in a lawful and effective manner. Strengthen prosecution, improve the legal process for gathering evidence and prosecuting drug lords, often escaping justice due to procedural issues. International cooperation, cross-border drug trafficking, enhance cooperation with neighboring countries and international organizations to curb drug trafficking, particularly of methamphetamine, the shabu. Intelligence sharing, strengthen intelligence networks for trafficking and dismantling international drugs syndicates operating in the region. Community-based prevention and rehabilitation drug prevention program. Implement more comprehensive drug education programs in schools and communities to reduce drug demand by raising awareness of its dangers. Rehabilitation services. Expand access to affordable, quality rehabilitation centers focusing on the treatment and integration of drug users rather than criminalizing them. Mental health support. Address the link between drug abuse and mental health by improving services for individuals struggling with addiction.